Alright, I'm gonna get set up here. Yeah. A little late starting. Oh, hey, Meta works. A little late starting. I had to clean my board off. Use a scraper for that. Alright. So, alright, I'm working on this Carnage here, and for the most part, I'm going to do a little tinting of Carnage. Probably tint a bit on Venom back there, and then I'll start overlaying some of their colors. Probably go into ultramarine. You know what? I'm gonna let me see what Carnage looks like with cobalt blue. See if it's not so warm, less purple. A little bit of white and all right. Just give me a second. I'm just gonna get some colors now. Hold on a second. So I have one wisp of line here of his tendrils, and I think what I'll do is I'll add more. Just that was just just to add a flow. That was like having a major motion going through it, major you know, kind of crossing the body. The rest I'll probably go with either I'll do a few different ways. I'll do putting black down and then adding red on top of that, which is probably the best way, and then doing some light detail and do a little light detail of the lines going over that. And just to let you know, if you go to my website, ClaytonCrain.com, buy a book, buy something, I'll sign it here while on here, but if we don't get to it today, we'll do it on the next Periscope too. And you can also, I can send books to CGC if you have an account. Alright, they'll take it from me. Thank you. Alright, so I have my colors here. I would go with I think I'm going to lightly go with the ivory black. It's Mars black. And just go over it a bit, get some of the contours, kind of darken him up a bit. It's nicer to just build him up than to just put down the color I like, that I'm intending to. I get some undertones of texture. Like here, it's red in his mouth, but I just put a little bit of kind of watered down the acrylic a bit and just overlaid it. This will be a no issue. This is for commissions. I'm taking, I took some commissions a couple weeks ago, and I do have a lot of, I will have some new Venom work that will come out. No, this is acrylic paint. It's Winsor Newton. See if we can get in there with that drawing on there. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll be working here for about an hour, so you know, you can check it out. But I do have to leave. Not like yesterday, I went far beyond my time. Alright, that's right, tinting. So, yeah, I checked out your stuff, Metaworks, and I was just kind of curious. You know, you have all those lights out in the city. Are those all? Did you place that down in its own layer, as far as all your lights in one layer, and like so you can turn them all off, turn them all on? Just kind of curious how you went about doing that. All right, I'll tint this. So I can go over it real thick, take my finger, blop, do a little. About the life rumor with Venom. What's that? I don't know what that is. Like, what is that? So here I wanted his chest to kind of be a bit barreled. You have to be a bit patient. All the fun stuff like the gleam of light up here, you gotta do all that last. So, see that. Yeah, they can. This is about the life with Venom. You know, there was that movie long ago. It had nothing to do with Marvel. It's called Venom. It was like this out in some kind of Louisiana setting, and it was like a horror movie, and that's what I wanted Venom to be. You know, if I thought of Venom, it would be just, if I, you know, to have a Venom movie, to make it a scary movie. Yeah, a little bit. I use them like watercolors, more of layering. You know, there's artists, they'll just drop their, well, these are painters. I'm thinking about painters here, and they just dab and drop the color they want down, and I just don't work that way. I like to build it up. All right, so no, I didn't finish the Spider-Gwen. I thought I will work on it a little bit here and there over the week, and then next Thursday, 2 o'clock, we could do another live drawing. You guys, you know, think about what you want drawn. Whatever sounds best, then we'll do that. And then I'll show you the Spider-Gwen. So I had his legs down here, and the whole thing just, I don't have it set yet. So him standing back here, kind of, it looks like he's kind of, I don't know, he's got a wide stance, and so I just blacked it out. Then I can figure it out later, and then I can take this color, find this color, and then do in the background. So if I'm kind of ignoring that right now. All right, so this isn't too much of just, you know, I'm just gonna black that out. I'll get a little color in there now. So I'm mixing in the cobalt blue, but not just that. I'm going to put a little bit of burnt, so cobalt blue, burnt sienna, and that's just to tone that blue down a bit, just so it's not so rich. And it's mostly, you won't see much now, but then I'll start adding a little bit of white in there. And let me do that. That white should bring it out a bit. It's really going for the gray, kind of the gray. You know, I've seen some artists and they work and they put this, they could have the same gray, but one's a cool gray. I mean, the tone would be the same. One's a cool gray right next to a warm gray, same tone, and it could stand out. It really rounds out the character. I don't do a lot of that, but I just know it's out there, so I'm aware of it. And if I can be aware at the same time that I'm working, then usually having turns out a lot better. Sometimes I get into a bit of into just making it, getting it done. Let's see here, I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. Put a little more paint in there, be a little more aggressive. So come on, do something. Just see where it needs to be, put it down, and spread it around. Kind of even it out. Alright, I can see it kind of a little difficult because it's that when it's wet, it's a little darker. So. Alright. I'm not going to worry about his design and the design on his chest yet. I would just end up going over it. But once I get the structure of the chest down, yeah, I will paint him at shows. It's actually when I started painting, I would go to a show and have I didn't enjoy doing the pencils and the pencils and the inks or the markers. I didn't feel like they were substantial enough. Using a Bristol board. This here. Oh wait, hold on. No, this is yeah, this is Bristol board. When I do the 12 by 18s, I'm using a kind of a watercolor paper. It's a like a 140-pound watercolor paper. If you look at the commissions, I write down what type of paper those are, or not the commissions, but the paintings on my website. Alright, so this leg. the strongest, I would imagine bringing that leg up a little more and bringing it down, so if his leg was up here a little higher. And then it'll come over there, and that will make that his arm stand out more. And so then this will be the yeah. I wouldn't worry about it being intimidated. Like, just what you do is, as I was saying before, is that when I started painting, I'd go to conventions, and I brought two colors. I brought red. I brought red and black, and I would just, paint a few characters, add a little color, and do that in front of people. And especially when you're this is Carnage right here. He has no eyes yet. He actually looks more menacing, no eyes. Just draw in front of people and you get used to it pretty quick. Though yesterday on that commission, the quick paint, I was a little nervous. And from Marvel, he's a symbiote, like the son of Venom. Alright, so that's the leg, and then the black is on no more. So when I'm putting this down, I'll still go in the contours of the leg. Just to add to it. No, I think they breed like they breed off one another, like or from one, kind of like asexually. They just like they get a pain in their side, and then blammo, they're born out of their. They split off. There's a book I worked on, Venom and Carnage, and that's where they brought out Toxin, who was the son of Carnage and Carnage. Alright, so that arm isn't as strong as I'd like it to be. I'll try to follow this. My phone is right where I'd be. Alright, let's add some tendrils for Carnage. So I'll add some tendrils for Carnage so those dry, so I can go over them again. Alright, a little thicker on the. Well, we'll find out who my favorite Venom is soon, because I'm doing a project that will will give me a chance to figure that out. I don't know how much I can say, you know. That's why I like taking these commissions, because I can't show you guys my work while I'm working for Marvel or Valiant. Yeah, he's from Venom's from Marvel. Well, they'll probably all be the same company in a few years, but I'm not signed up with Marvel. I just do covers for them if they want something, but I mostly work at Valiant. Currently, you know, doing other projects on the side also. I'm really just keeping it vague so that I can do whatever I want, or keeping it open. If I sign up with Marvel, I can't do any of the other work for other companies, and if I sign up for Valiant, I can't work for Marvel, so... And when I started doing other things in 2012 other than working at Marvel, I started working at Hasbro, and that was, I mean, it was great. But I'll also take covers from new upstart comics, just to draw different things. Really just opening it up. Alright, I said I was doing tendrils. I forgot. I got into the shaping. No, but I actually started getting into listening to Audible, getting some books under my belt, other than reading Calvin and Hobbes to my kids, reading something of some substance. Though I'd say, you know, Calvin and Hobbes is pretty solid. Alright, so tendrils. Alright, how much time do I got? I was thinking about that. This is not to your reading books to you, but I was thinking I should record reading books, and then to my kids, and then they can play those for their kids. But that would be kind of weird too, you know. Because I think it would be nice to have a little history with your family over. You can do things like that. Like, this is your great-grandfather reading to your great-great, or your great-great-grandfather reading to your grandfather. Yeah. It'd be probably really, like, surreal and... But then again, like, I have no video from when I was a kid of myself. Nothing of my father, but my kids, God, they're gonna look to try to destroy these videos that we have. Alright, I'm getting off the subject. Drawing Carnage, here we go. Tendrils, So I guess you just have to be, have to be a little bold. I'll first warm up in the shadows. Yeah, it's commissioned, and I take them every now and then. It's more of a it's to give me a chance to draw things that that I can put online, and to and actually to paint. I took some commissions last year. I made about 30 of them, maybe more. And see, like that big mess, and I'm trying to fix it now. And that really helped preparing. So I started making paintings for at the beginning of at the end of last year. I started painting covers. No, I don't have reference. That's why I would love to have reference. I see like Alex Ross. I see his stuff and his reference. I'm like, oh, if I just had the time to, and I would do that. Because there's so much information lost or not added. I was looking at this one of Flash, and he has his chest. It's a little, you know, the way the chest on this is one of Alex Ross's Flash paintings. It just looks like a man, you know. It doesn't look like a superhero. Maybe some just obscure ones out here. Kind of fill the space. So I have all this space here. I want to, when I bring my line through here, I want to have it so it doesn't go right in the center. So from here to here, I will try to hit like a third way. And then you look at this size here to this size to this one. Try to make it so they're not equal. And then maybe turn it, get a little bit of space in here, have it come through here. It's my hand sticking to the page. It's weird. You probably can hear everything in this house. Let's see. Like a little flyaway one up here. Trying to find one over here. Trying to see it. too similar. Let's see. Maybe it's getting really busy over here. All right, so a little bit of that. Clean that brush and going right back to black. All right, here we go. These are his tendril chest hairs. Yeah, when we worked on, when I worked on Carnage, Venom Carnage, I had just started getting into digital painting, and I drew Carnage as kind of like a chunky, almost as if these black lines were indented into him. And then about 4 or 5 years later, we were after say Ghost Rider, worked on Ghost Rider, and then X-Force, and then we worked on Carnage. And I remember thinking, well, how would he really look? It'd be interesting if he was more alien, you know, go with that alien look. Also, I was looking at like pictures of poison dart frogs. There were some animals that were some of those animals in there that were so translucent. I kind of like that, where you can see underneath the skin. Yeah, I look back at X-Force and that thing, you know, I think there was some good work in there. A lot of different characters. And then it was either, then they were coming out with a new X-Men book, and Yost and Kyle were trying to get that one going. Just trying to get on that. But that's a lot of work, though, working with multiple characters. I would almost have to take a year off just to get into being able to get it done, so it would come out on time. I'm gonna add a little bit of structure to the red, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of detail to their eyes, just to so I can see what they look like. And that's really where it can, you know, change the entire look. So this is straight up deep cadmium red. You know, I have this black line here, so I don't necessarily have to go on top of it. You know, I can go right above it, and it should work. I just realized you can't see that over there. I was doing all this work over here. Can't even, it's not like too much work, but yeah, the brush is nicer than working on Photoshop. Like, I can turn this brush, I can go real heavy, and then as I spin it, I can like lightly trail off. I can see it, I can feel it happening, and it's really hard in Photoshop, being that they show you the brush tilting, but something nice about having a little bit of, you know, intuitive response. Oh yeah, I have some tendrils in the darkness here. Some fingers over here I can make. Like a knuckle. And then maybe maybe a few little bits of light of it, kind of things going on in here. Like right here, it's just black, so just lay it on thick right here. Really give that hand a strong color. There's no tendrils here. Maybe we'll do that last. I'll get his spider, his white spider on there, his costume, and then I'll do a couple tendrils right at top of that. All right, so I'll do a little bit of what am I doing? Like a little bit of eyes. So a little bit of white. Probably I'd go with like a little bit of blue, kind of cool it down. Has a little black in it, raise it out a bit. Alright. I like this here, so I might try just doing a line drawing of it. First, the jaw. Oh, I lied. I'm just going to do it. I'll let that dry. Let it dry, and then go over it again. He looks a little scared. I'd have to probably have to sharpen it coming in this way. So a thing I've been doing this week when I finish a painting, I've been lightly misting it in the back with some distilled water, and then putting 100 pounds plus pressure on the back. Let it sit for about 7 hours, let it dry. And because this will warp a bit, even being taped down. That makes it look pretty crisp. All right. Kind of want him to be. Let's do some teeth first. Put my hand on that eyeball. I'm going to put a little bit of, a little more blue, a little black. I'm going to tint this out, go a little darker. Go for these teeth. I can still go over them, darken them up, shape, you know, as with the layers of, I like kind of a wash to tint it. I'm going to go darker again. Actually, I might use this dark. So I'm probably going to have to re-sculpt this head back here, because I want him to kind of be to look a little awkward, a little like he's a little agitated. Like he doesn't look angry, so maybe with the little red I can bring that back in, reshape it. Alright, I'm gonna go a little brighter just so you can see the look on his face. And with that, I'll have to go even brighter right there. And we'll have to let that dry. It just isn't holding anymore. I'll shape the back of his head a little bit, because I'll have to go over that a few times. My head is just all over the place. Do the front of his costume, or his spider. I may get the design wrong, but you know, it's all kind of, I don't have any reference out yet. I've drawn a few times. I should probably get some reference. So it goes up, down, I think. I'll just do it. I think that's right. and tint it down a bit underneath here. And it's not much, a little darker. Is that correct? Maybe cool. I can always fix it. I think it goes. I think this will do it. I should really go look at something. But it comes up like this, down. What I'll do is I'll just put it in here. I might have went too bright. I'm drawing some happy tendrils in here. Well, yeah, he looks really, he's very mad and unpleasant, and I don't know how to do a Bob Ross for you, but I have some thoughts on what we eventually would be interesting, and if you are a tech wizard, because I'm not going to do it, is to eventually have it so that there would be like a painting on your wall, and that day when, like, say I would be drawing, that you would see this painting and you'd be subscribed to someone as an artist, and you'd see their work just like occur during the day. It'd be interesting to watch these things, and then over time you just have these paintings in a here you can just watch them time lapse created constantly. It'd be very weird though. Very strange. You'd be looking at some old painting at a museum and going, how does this happen? It's kind of boring, doesn't show me it being painted. So, what I'll probably do in here is get the light down and then come in with black, fill in my lines. It just looked too choppy having each individual line drawn. Yeah, I'm a little more calm when I'm drawing something that I've already started. It's when yesterday when I sat down and drew whatever, started from the beginning, from scratch, I felt a little nervous. And it was a good energy. It was like a good fear. There's my first Bob Ross word, line. I'm getting the good fear. I've been working on this one for, let's see, what I put down, took maybe 2.5 hours before I sat down. If it's taking longer than, this takes longer than 6 hours, I'm doing something wrong. Trying too hard. Or messing up a lot. I see a lot that can happen in that face. But I do need to, take a little time, work by myself and figure it out. It's I've got this phone right here, right where I'm working, and it's a little. I'll get used to it after a while, but it's a little strange. I'll figure that head out. Try to fix this before I go. He's not looking angry. He looks concerned. Try a little red on there. Try to shape those eyes. A little red and black. So yeah, also, as I mentioned yesterday, YouTube, Clayton Crain on there. If we can get the subscribers up, I'll be using YouTube also. I don't go to Facebook much, but I might try some live video there, just see which one pulls the most eyeballs, or works the best. My end goal, and just to let you know, my full intent is that by the end of this year, next year, while I work on my own project, that I'll do a lot of that online, and kind of a way of keeping you up to date on the book. And I'll do a lot more with showing you the Photoshop work, 3D work, and other than having to monetize that through Facebook or through YouTube, it's more like just using it to advertise for my own book. But also, I like drawing. I like drawing right in front of people. It's puts me on the spot. Makes me have to be better at being in control of my nerves or concerns. Because I saw myself mess up a few times, and just let it go. Enjoy the fear. Wait, what was it? Was it good fear? Oh, I have to listen back to it. Those eyes, they're not right. But that. Trying to maybe that. Yeah, maybe that, and then a little white come down, sharp. I know that red's there, but I'll do it anyway before I get off. Got quite a gap in his tooth there. Alright, when I finish this, I'll put it up on Instagram, so check it out. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your comments, and hope we have a good time doing this. And see you, I think, next Tuesday. I'll do more throughout the week, but definitely Thursday at 2 for a draw. Like a quick draw, and then yeah, so definitely next Thursday at 2 o'clock. I'll see you then. Bye.